Hello there, I'm Tracy Ward and this is my first podcast. Welcome. Right, so question is, why a podcast? And the answer is, I think it is a good way for you guys to get to know me. I think for what I want to do, a podcast is going to be a lot more helpful to some people. I think it'd be easier to connect to them on a different level. So today is really just about an introduction about what I'm going to be podcasting about. So it's going to be quite a few things. I'm not going to be specialising in just one area. So the first thing I will be doing, though, is I'll be going through the fast fix for the type 2 diabetes. I'll be going through it from the start to the end. And in quite a few episodes. I'm not all doing that in one go, so don't worry. And questions and answers and things like that. So that'll be really good. I'm really excited about doing that. But I'm going to be covering all sorts of different things. Very low calorie diets, keto diets, supplements, should you take them, should you not take them, chronic health diseases. So it'll be things like not only the type 2 diabetes, Lyme's disease, fibromyalgia, and things like that. And they can be affected by ketosis, which I'll talk about in more detail later. Also going to be talking about other things, a bit more creative, art, films, books. Dusty pillows might make the odd appearance, you never know, doing a bit of a review on something. Possibly makeup, although I'm not too fussed about that one, but if somebody wants me to talk about it, I'll talk about it. Dating sites is a definite one. You'll need your tenor lady ready when that one goes. I've had a lot of experience on dating sites. Not all good either. Also about the products I'm using for this recent diet, books that I've written, books that I want to write. I might even have like a bit of a question and answer thing. Like I might even have like an Ask Tracy one, giving advice and things like that. I've always got an opinion about something, whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. But there you go. I also want to talk about, as this kind of progresses, I want to be able to talk to you about life coaching, health and wellness coaching, as this is something that I'm really interested in, and being able to help others do what I've done. It's just the most incredible feeling. I mean, already I'm getting messages from people that have been inspired by the journey that we've been on, and that they're doing it for themselves now, and it's just so lovely to hear. So that is something I really do want to concentrate on. So all I'm talking about today, as I say, is just a little thing so you know what's coming. But I thought I'd give a bit of background to me as a person, who I am, and how I've got to this point where I am now. So, born in Leicester back in the 1960s. I won't tell you which year, but let's just say the moon hadn't been landed on, I don't think, at that point. So I moved up north in 97, God, which seems so long ago now, but it was because of a bloke. Always is, isn't it? Failed completely anyway, but I stayed up here. Nice place. I'd 2 more children while I was up here, and it just seemed the right thing to stay. It's a beautiful part of the country, although I do miss home. Whenever I hear that Leicester twang, it takes me right back, and I get a bit homesick. But anyway, I moved up here, and then I decided to do my degree, which was in art and design. So I graduated in 2002, was pregnant with my third child during that as well, but still finished, even though I ended up homeless as well, 3 children, can you believe it? In emergency accommodation. So, you know, my life has never been smooth, but I'm a fighter, and we keep going forward. So anyway, 3 children in total. I've got 1 grandson, he's 3 years old, full of energy. I wish I could have some of that energy. Please let me have some. So anyway, I have had numerous failed relationships. I mean, honest to God, each one is a book in itself. But I'll talk about them later on during the thing. And also when I talk about the dating sites and all that, they'll pop up then, I'm sure. There's probably a few of them listening now, actually. But anyway, that's a different story. What else will we be talking about? Right, yeah, writing. Writing is one thing I wanted to talk to you about, because writing has been a godsend to me. It's so cathartic, and people get it's same with any art type project. With a painting, drawing, you end up with blank piece of paper in front of you, and you just don't make that first mark. But once you do, it just kind of flows. And I think that's the same with writing. Once you start putting a few words down, it just all comes out. And I'm quite lucky because I'm a touch typist, so I can do about 100 words a minute. Well, I used to be able to do. So I kind of type as fast as I speak, which is quite helpful because it keeps the flow going. But it is a cathartic experience, and you do feel, well, I feel 10 tons lighter once I've finished a poem or done a bit of writing. And so I've been encouraging other people to do that, and I'm actually putting a book together at the moment, an anthology of it's poetry, and it is written by people suffering with mental health issues, and it's basically to raise awareness for everybody that suffers with these things. And it is such a huge umbrella of things as well. I suggest a few, but the list is endless. You've got PTSD, postnatal depression itself, anxiety, bipolar. There's just so many different things and different reasons why people have these problems. It can be medically induced. People with chronic health conditions can end up getting depressed. It's not always that cut and dry. And to be honest, I think everybody suffers with it to some degree, some more than others. And I want to be able to make mental health issues be more upfront. People can talk about it, get rid of the stigma, because at the end of the day, it is just an illness. And there is support there. You just need to know where to find it. So I'm going to hopefully help people find that help as well. Which takes me back, because over 3 years ago I set up an online group for it's an online support group for people suffering with mental health problems, and there's probably just over 300 members at the minute, and they are the most amazing bunch of people, and they've got this safe environment to just talk to each other, offer advice, and it's just so you are not on your own. It's so easy when you're suffering with depression to live in this isolated little bubble. I did it myself when I was at my worst. Curtains were closed, sat on the sofa, didn't move, didn't talk to anybody, didn't do anything, lived in my pyjamas. It is the most isolating condition you can have, and you can't find the help sometimes. You just I don't know, you just get, all you can see is this darkness around yourself. It's almost like hanging off a cliff by your fingertips kind of a feeling. And you can't see the end to it, So there is an end there, and hopefully we'll be talking about that and helping people get out of that and find that light at the end of the tunnel, because it really isn't a train, honest to God. There is a lovely light at the end of that tunnel, but you just need to keep going and stay focused, and hopefully this will help with that. There'll be all sorts of other things to do. So that's about the poetry. The poetry book is going to be called A Darker Shade of Blue. And to go with this, I've started already. They've gone onto the shop. I've created products to raise mental health awareness that you can buy. Some of them are a little more expensive, unfortunately, but some are really cheap, but still really effective, like little badges and things like that. And it just gets people talking. So they're going to be available. So I'll be talking about those. I've had a lot of life experiences. Life hasn't been that kind, if I'm honest, but I'm here. I'm a survivor, as I've said. And it's a case of being proactive and not reactive. And that's what you got to do. It's not easy sometimes, but I've cried oceans of tears over the years. What we'll be doing with the podcast is the fast fix, and it will be basically the book that I wrote, but obviously with more added to it. And so anyone who's not got the book, you can find that on Amazon. It's called It's Not Rocket Science: Reverse Your Type 2 Diabetes and Become a Better Version of Yourself. And there is also a little diet journey. There is also a little diet journal, food diary that goes alongside that as well. So get those now, as I say, on Amazon, and then you can start doing it alongside this podcast episodes that I'm going to be doing. It's going to be quite a long one, this one actually, the It's Not Rocket Science one. There's a lot of things to cover in that, and it will also, you'll find the notes to go with it on the blog, which is www.tracyward.me, Tracy with an E. So those two are going to go hand in hand. I'm going to be doing downloads throughout the podcasting, giveaways. There's going to be all sorts of things. It's not always going to be serious. There's going to be funny things as well. I can't do serious for more than so many minutes, as my friends will tell you. But I can do as much as I can. And there's a lot of things to talk about. And if there's anything that you want to talk about, just let me know and I'll do my best. That's all you can do, isn't it? So, yeah, I look forward to it. You'll be fed up with my voice soon. But I'm really looking forward to this. It's an exciting project for me. It really is. The editing isn't going to be fun because I can't stand my voice, but I think everybody's like that, aren't they? So that'll be interesting. Harvey's just sitting there looking at me as if I've completely lost the plot, which I probably have, to be fair. So anyway, the series will probably be one a week. I've not thought too much about the logistics at the minute. I just want to get all this set up and get on the way, and it hopefully will fall into some kind of routine. So thank you so much for listening to the end. Well done. Blue Peter badge on its way to you. And I shall get back to you soon. All right. Bye.